Yo, 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 welcome to the Just Talk Show, everybody. I just want to shout out to everybody that's going through something, man. You know what I'm saying? Here at the Just Talk Show, we thinking about y'all, man. Everybody that's going through something with that California situation with the fires and everything else across the United States with this cold weather. Just looking out for everybody. But yeah, we got this topic tonight. We got this little video we're gonna show y'all. We're gonna show y'all what's popping off.
People are asking me if I offered 1.5 million for used box. I'm not going to answer that. But what I can say is I love me a single mom. I'll leave it at that. And regarding Joy Taylor, that girl got ran through by the whole company. Joy, you are fine as hell, but you're also more ran through than Travis Hunter's girl. This girl was spreading her cheeks for anyone and everyone. I'm sad because she never let me hit it. She said mine was too wrinkly and too small. But what she forgot was my wallet is bigger than all those guys that smashed her. I could have changed that girl's life, but instead, she chose to be plowed by 10-inch BBCs. Now I got to go look for another host. I got to up my offer to 5 million because honestly, no one wants my old, wrinkly, shriveled up hot dog.
Yeah, hey, and there y'all have it, man. That was just a little video, man. Somebody put together. As you can tell, this is an AI skit. You know what I'm saying? That ain't the real Skip Bayless, but it seems like that's probably what he wanted to say, which takes us into our first little topic, man. Uh, well, we call him Pimp Bayless. You know what I'm saying? He offered, I guess it was 1.5, somewhere around there, 1.5 to a lady he used to work with. Got a little scandal going on up there where he and Joy Taylor and maybe not even Marcellus Waller. Marcellus Waller, he spoke about it, but a lot of more folks, they try to put Shannon in there. But we got our guys up in the house, man. It's Just Talk MJ. We got Spider, we got Just Talk CJ, and we got the boy Professor. We're gonna let everybody speak on tonight, man. How y'all doing, fellas?
Yo, yo, what's going on? What's going on, world? It's Just Talk Junior. Like Marcus was saying, if we know it's a lot of people dealing with things, we just let you know that you are on our minds, you are in our hearts. We will be thinking about you. We'd like y'all to go like, subscribe, and share our videos. We're trying to still get to that magic number. As soon as we get there, baby, we got something for y'all.
Yeah, I just like to say the same, man. Condolences to the people that have been lost due to the tragic fire. Again, through the winter storm we've had. Just want to say shout out to we still thinking about y'all. Shout out to y'all. This professor in the house, Jacktown.
Yeah. Just talk spider since the guys before me already extended awareness on certain events. I ain't got to repeat that, so that I just double down on that. Just introducing myself. Let's get into it.
Yeah, we got that. Yeah, so what's up, fellas? Yeah, we got that boy Pimp Bayless, man. What y'all think about this guy, man? Everybody been saying it looks like he just offered her some money for that cat, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But in my opinion, it looks like he was working with her, and they say it was his hairstylist, and his hairstylist is what this pretty lady of I guess Persian descent, or kind of looking in that direction. Her skin color is that light tone. So she's a pretty lady, you know what I'm saying? And he worked with her every day. And, maybe something happened, you know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm assuming it's allegations, but, if somebody put a lawsuit out there, you know what I'm saying? Where there's smoke, there's fire, as they like to say.
Yeah,
Uh,
I only really I'm gonna just say this one thing, and then I'm gonna pass it on. See, it's guys like Skip that put that inflation on that $40 that you used to get it for that 1.5. That's a hard number to top, bro. That's a hard number to top, man. So yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got to say about that. Cause that lady ain't lying on. I'm
yeah,
out.
yeah. What say you, Mr. Professor?
Hey, look, 1.5. I don't give a damn if you got, Skip worth about what, 17 mil. It'll drop him down to 15.5. If he had to pay for it like that, it is like, come on, man, for real. 1.5, man. That's Sunshine. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Sunshine, but goddamn, he picked up the phone. he called the wife, and that's crazy. 1.5, cuz you crazy. Skip, what happened? Shannon left you. You done hurt. Your brain hurt. Come on, man. At 1.5, it's no way. It's no way. I don't give a damn if I'm a billionaire. Well, billionaire status that's a little different, but millionaire status 1.5. And open the doors for MJ to ask a question. I know he got a question. CJ, I want to hear your opinion. 1.5. Come on, man. 1.5.
Yeah, CJ, what you talking about, man?
1.5.
Well, first I just want to start off and say these are allegations. These are not definite. So let's first just put that out to the viewers. These are something that's alleged, that's going on, and it will play out over the next months and years. Is worked up because the young lady has filed suit against Fox Sports One, Skip Bayless, and some of the other top brass over there at FS1. So we do just want to mention that first. My thing is, in Skip's position, he may, if it is true, probably did do it because he's not in a role whereas he's a Shannon Sharp or he's Marcellus. These people are professional players, man. These guys probably still could get in the gym and do 350 like nothing. I'm not saying Skip Bayless is, you know what I'm saying, a wash, but he's 70 and he's probably a little bit past his prime. I would probably say. I don't be with the man daily, so I don't know his workout routine and this, that, and the other. But I know when he was on the show with Stephen A. Smith and also with Shannon Sharp, he always says, "Oh, I get up at this time and I go work out this, that, and the third." But at the same time, he still was not a professional athlete. So that's one thing I'm gonna say. He said that he's alleging that this is not true. Stephen A. Smith has came to his rescue, said that the guy is very cheap. When they used to go out after their show, he barely wanted to leave a $15 tip. Now, $15 to a millionaire shouldn't be a whole lot, but I'm gonna take it from somebody that's been right next to the guy, worked with him for several years. He's Stephen Smith came out and said he worked with the guy over 20 years. So he said it's probably unlikely, but until all the facts play out, the text messages and the DMs get exposed, we don't know what nobody does in their privacy of their own home. And like Spider mentioned, if this is going to be the new standard for the box, you're making, what I'm saying, you pressing it way further now. I know some individuals go out and get them on OnlyFans page and try to monetize themselves that way, but this lady was just here to do all the commentators on the shows on Fox Sports South, their hair and their makeup. So, and it's alleged that Joy Taylor told her, "Hey, chill out with that. We all get that. You know what I'm saying?" So she was just trying to down in the message. It seemed like she's trying to downplay it to a point where like, get over yourself, girl, basically. And I don't know how other feminists would take that. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to climb the elite status of women being in sports and things like that. And you saw what happened to Jamel Hill just for speaking out. She was axed, so it was she became part of cancel culture. So you know if she's speaking out saying, "Hey, that didn't happen. Suck it up and drive on." In certain walks of life, you really can't say that. This is not your drill sergeant talking to you now. So, but that's my first take on it.
Right. That's what's up, CJ. We got Ziggy in the house. Ziggy, I don't know how much you caught on it, bro, but we was running down that Skip Bayless scandal, alleged scandal where he offered to pay 1.5 to a hairstylist he used to work with. And you know, it's a lot of stuff boiling out from that with Joy Taylor too. Said she was a lesbian on it, where Joy, the lady said that she told Joy that one of the execs grabbed her butt, and Joy said, "Oh, get over it. It ain't nothing." You know what I'm saying? Because she was doing the same thing. She was, you know, working her way up the scale. But yeah, Ziggy, if you want to speak on it, brother, we got you in the house.
Yeah, man. My thing is all the money in the world can't make a female do something she don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? Them her morals, how she was raised, or whatever she want to do, she gonna do it. But my thing is, you gotta let you in a business like that. You can't put yourself out there and throw money at females. You gotta kind of let them come at you. That way, if she did try to allegedly say you came at her and did something, you got proof to say, well, no, she came at me. You know what I'm saying? That's just for future references for these guys that's out here throwing money to females. You can't just throw yourself out there because you ain't gonna do nothing but put yourself in a legal situation. And speaking on that, man, Skip Bayless he ain't, you know what I'm saying? He an older guy. Some of these younger women don't want older guys, you know what I'm saying? They go for the younger guys. And at the same time, you know, if he want that type of entertainment, he just gotta go to a strip club or something. You know what I'm saying? My little small take on it, I just like I said, I just don't want I just hate to see uh women get put in a position like that where they gotta do something to upgrade their career status. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like ain't no female coming at me saying, "Oh yeah, if you let me do this, I give you this position, or I let you do that." You know what I'm saying? It's a little different. So with that, you know, I pass the mic because I don't have much to say on it. I just because I feel like in a way that's just you throwing yourself out there and you end up in a legal situation, like I said.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting side of it. To speak to the woman side of it. Yeah, you're right. You know, them having to you know, do certain things, and which we want to believe that they wouldn't have to, you know, do stuff like that to make their way up through the ranks in a company or whatever or whatever. But hey, you know, people are people, and as they say, nobody's perfect, man. You know what I'm saying? And so, real quick, I'll just say, you know, you got to put yourself in other people's shoes. You know what I'm saying? The way Skip roll and the way his life is and the way everybody else explained. You know what I'm saying? He in his, I think, 70s, late 70s, somewhere in there. He exercised every day. He got a wife. You know what I'm saying? We got to mention his wife, Ernestine. You know what I'm saying? And you know what she got to say about all this. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, whether they breaking up or what's going on with that part. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not. You know what I'm saying? But to me, I would say that you know, the allegations is enough sometimes, especially with some women. You know, they don't want to even hear nothing else. They filing divorce papers. So you know, and on top of that, I would say, you know, putting yourself in his shoes again, he probably just wanted to kind of sneak something out and just say, hey, man, I'll go ahead and, you know, pay for it this time. And, you know, hopefully it's a one and done thing and nobody ever has to know, one of them type of things. And it's alleged that he got mad because because she maybe gave it up to Shannon. And that's what Shannon name came in that, you know what I'm saying? So it got pretty deep. And then I can't go without mentioning the guy Emmanuel Acho. He's another guy that works at Fox, and he's one of the main guys that's an ex-athlete too. And he supposedly was sleeping with Joy. You know, they brought his name up too. You know what I'm saying? So it went kind of around in a circle. Like it's looking like the main guys were using their positions of power to, you know what I'm saying, get what they want from females. And I wouldn't say hopefully all these is allegations because you know what I'm saying. You know, most guys when you get into that position, hopefully you straighten you square it up into the point to where you ain't doing no dirt. But anyway, you know, it is what it is on that, fellas. We'll go ahead and let everybody just speak on it a little bit more. But I do got before y'all do that, let's play this little clip right quick.
This the Freako. This is a Rico, a freak off Freako. The people thought the Diddy shit was a Freako. This the Freako. There's a former hairdresser that worked for Fox Sports, Miss Faraji, as alleging that a network executive at Fox used his position to harass women. She says that she refused a $1.5 million offer from undisputed host Skip Bayless to have sex with him in a lawsuit. This also ties in the beautiful woman, Joy Taylor. Joy Taylor allegedly with multiple people at this company. She's a co-host as well. These are some of the highlighted things. Skip Bayless allegedly made racist remarks towards Faraji, accusing her of having sex with Shannon Sharp. Skip Bayless allegedly was so horny that he told this woman, Miss Faraji, she told him, Skip, stop, you have a wife. He allegedly responded saying, aren't you Muslim? Doesn't your dad have 3 to 4 wives? Plot twist, she then said, my father's dead.
Damn. Skip is crazy.
Miss Faraji's job was being threatened because she did not sleep with Skip Bayless, allegedly. And then he accused her of sleeping with Shannon Sharp, saying that she slept with Shannon Sharp but doesn't want to sleep with him. There's reports in this lawsuit saying that Fox executive Charlie Dixon, he's executive vice president responsible for overseeing all content and production at FS1, gave Joy Taylor a reward for having sex with him. And the reward was the show Undisputed.
I watched Joy Taylor speak a lot of times about sports.
So it wasn't a talent? It wasn't her talent?
No, what's the
Yeah, we ain't gonna play that whole video, man. But as y'all see, man, it's been some guys that are backing those claims up. What y'all guys think, man?
Hey, if you watch the original First Take, you know what I'm saying? They always had a nice looking lady, you know what I'm saying, like playing referee with Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith. So that format never changed. When Skip went to Fox, he didn't lose the format. He just reinvented his end of it, where he could do what he wanted to do. He the one that brought Shannon Sharp into the game. Stephen A. Smith didn't do it. Skip Bayless did. So Skip is not a bad guy on the regards of knowing how to play the playing field. And he actually is 73 years old. He was born December 4th, 1951. But the point being is, it's an old cat. Did he try to pay for some for some young? Who knows? It's jacked up. But the point being is 1.5. Nah, man, nobody paying 1.5. I don't give a damn what she is. You know what I'm saying? Like where's she from? All that 1.5. You crazy. Fuck
Well,
that.
hey, let me tell you, like I told you yesterday, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't tricking if you got it, like Lil Wayne say, bro. It ain't tricking if you got
It's
it.
still tricking.
It ain't
It's
tricking
still
if you
tricking.
got it, man.
Man,
Because
you want me to go
how
through the
about
numbers
how
of
about
each stroke. If you only getting 30 pumps in a minute, that's a $417 pump. You know what I'm talking about? Just a
yeah,
stroke. You know what I'm talking
yeah,
about? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And then you
yeah.
look
But
at
if
it,
but
and
but
then,
if
and
but
then
if I make but if I make 10 plus mil a year, and I also have investments, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, making 1.5 ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? It's probably something that I can just use as a tax write-off, you know what I mean?
hey, 1.5 for a man that's 73 years old trying to smash, you know what I'm saying? That's not going to be an hour. You understand? So we talking about 1.5 for less than an hour's worth of work. And who's working? You know.
It
Well,
don't even matter.
I'm gonna tell you who. Who's doing the work. The 1.5 is what's doing all the work. Cause that's gonna
Yeah.
eliminate. That's eliminating all conversation, everything. You doing them with, once you weigh that number in the air. It, I mean, what is it to talk about? Ain't nothing. So that's why that number was so big, even though it driving up inflation. But when you like I said, when you in that world right there, man, you got it's like up there at the top. You see stuff you like, and they know everybody is already willing to do something for that bag. They know everybody chasing that bag. They wouldn't be in that position if they was. It's about upward mobility, and he saw that as an opportunity, allegedly, and for to dangle that carrot in front of the in front of that donkey, as if they was gonna bite, for that chance to for that upward mobility, and they said it made them uncomfortable, like Ziggy said, and it was against her values and morals. So you thought that 1.5 was enough for hush money and slush money, but in the end, it got you in the bind.
Yeah. Well, 1.5, regardless if he got him in the bond or not, that's his fault. 1.5 is just too much. That's just too much money to spend for a one night stand or whatever. One night stand,
How much would you spend, Professor?
not zero.
Zero, zero.
You know,
It's free.
but
It's free. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Hey, hold on. I'm gonna say this. I want to say this one time. I put my business out there. When I was 21, when I first turned 21 years old, I gave a female $40, and I ain't gonna lie, I wanted my 40 back because it wasn't no enjoyment in it. It didn't, you know what I'm saying? It didn't do nothing. And ever since then, I mean, it's free. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather take a female on a date, get to know them. You know what I'm saying? If they like me, they like me. If they don't, they don't. You know what I'm saying? I used to feel like Lil Wayne. I used to want everyone in the world. You know what I'm saying? You know the saying. He like, I wish I could fuck every girl in the world. Hey, I was
Yeah.
on it, but at the same time, I realized you can't because you got some out there that just ain't going like that. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter how much you offer. It don't
Hey,
matter what you do, what you got. You know what I'm saying? They just ain't going. So and I had to
it,
respect it.
this
You got to
I
respect it.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but this is why they say different strokes for different folks. You know what I'm saying? Because how much you pay for that date versus that $40. Some dudes be like, man, just pay that $40, gonna get out of my way. I ain't gotta talk to you, I ain't gotta whine, you ain't gotta dine you. You feel me?
You
Some
don't, but
some
but
dudes
what's
be
the
like
what's the
that
purpose of just getting it one time when you can take on a date and you can get it every night after that?
because we not interested in love.
Well, I mean,
Ah,
I get that. It ain't gotta be the love part. It don't have to be the love part. It's just the fact that they gonna like you after that. You know what I'm saying? After that first date, they gonna be like, okay, I feel your vibe. You know what I'm saying? You got a good personality. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Pull up at my house. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'd have been on a few dates, and it didn't. It worked for me. So you know what I'm
I
saying?
feel
Like
you,
I
bro.
said, I get a lot of freebies, and now like I said, now I'm in a situation where I'm in love. I found the one I want in life who I can grow with, and I don't have that issue anymore. But I'm just saying, when I was out there looking for it, um, all the females that wanted me, I kind of didn't want them, but the ones that I wanted, they didn't want me. So then I was like, golly, what do I have to do? But like you said, I don't get me wrong. I spent a couple dollars going on dates, but I had fun for myself. You know what I'm saying? It was more
Right.
fun for me than probably it was for them. Me just being out with them, being out in the environment, enjoying life. But at the same time, like I said,
So so
like
what you think
Boosie.
about Skip doing that though, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what we saying, being a man with however many millions he make a year, do you think that's, something that you wouldn't do? I guess it's something that you
Nah,
wouldn't do. But put yourself
I
in his shoes. That's what I like to say.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I feel like 1.5, that's too much, man. Come on now. I just can't do it. I can't see myself doing that. Cause what all you could do with that 1.5, man. You can go you can go out the state and rent a yacht. And you know how many females gonna flock to that yacht that's gonna wanna ride on that yacht and drink and have fun. They ain't gotta be the baddest in the world, but guess what? You're gonna have 5 or 6 of them sleeping in the bed with you compared to that one.
All right. That's interesting. CJ, you've been kind of quiet, dog, on the lightning round, man. You could
yeah,
chime in whenever
yeah.
you're ready, dog.
Well, it was a famous New Orleans rapper, rest in peace, to Soldier Slim, but he said he'll pay for it if he want it. So I think that's what most guys gonna do. If they want it, they gonna pay for it. If they don't want it, they won't. So I think that's just gonna be down to the personal preference of the gentleman.
Hmm.
That's not a personal preference of mine. But like I said, I can't just bottle every guy up into myself because it's just not cut like that. So you know, we've all stated all the points about Mr. Bayless. He's an older gentleman. This, that, and the third. So in his position, he might be inclined to do that, but most young guys will not be inclined to do that because they're like, I could probably buy me a house, a car, this, that, and the third,
A lie.
and all I have is an hour. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my final take on it. I think it's better ways to, spend our money wisely, investment, you know what I'm saying, and generational wealth. things like that. But at 70, he's not really thinking about that. He's already kind of made his legacy, leaving his legacy to whoever he's gonna leave it to and whatnot. So
Right.
he's in a different
And he ain't
portion of
got
his
no kids. He just got a dog. They just got a dog. He ain't got no kids either.
right. So he's in a different stage of life than most of us in this chat are. So I would look at him almost like at my dad's age, or possibly like an older uncle of some type. So, but even my uncle, I come up from a background where my uncles were pimps, and they would never do that. So that's just coming from where I came from.
Well, yeah, fellas, before we wrap it up, man, we got to, we would be remiss if we didn't hear from our guy, Stephen A, right quick. Let's hear what this guy got to say.
The allegations that Joy Taylor, another woman, who's in this industry, who's recognized as being very attractive, but also very capable, very professional. What are your thoughts with the allegations that she told Miss Faraji, get over it? I mean, first of all, is that something that you deem plausible, possible, that women may say to each other in this industry? Do you find that to be far-fetched? What do you make of that?
We were not in the room, so we'll never know. These are allegations, right? I want to make sure that's clear. Whenever we talk about topics like this, we have to make sure that these are really well understood. These are allegations. We are not in the room. Now, on the other side of that, I will say that luckily I was in a room where someone was telling me to come forward, but I am not shocked that other women would essentially say, look, it's not, you're dealing with Fox. This is a huge corporation. Keep your hairstylist job. Don't speak up. Just try to let it go. And, I would not be shocked by that at all. Shocked by that.
Yep. And with that, man, got a woman's perspective on it too. Yeah, man, we'll wrap that up, man. Interesting discussion on Skip, man. I mean, I think we covered our points and our perspectives on it. Because if you look at it in totality, man, everybody gonna do what they want to do, and that lady, if she has a case, the judge and the jury or however they do that trial will determine that. But if she don't, then she was lying. Then it'll come out. But yeah, man. With that said,
I'm not paying. I'm
Go
not
ahead,
paying one point.
Professor.
I was gonna say this. Yeah, she can be. Yeah, I'm not paying 1.5. Hell no.
All right, bro. I feel you. I feel you, bro. But that's why I said, man, if you had 20 mil in the bank and you would skip Bayless, you probably would. So it is what it is, bro.
Yeah, whatever. I could be Skip Bayless. Anyway, I had a whole different saying I was gonna say, but I'm just gonna leave it alone.
Well, let me ask you a question, man.
Yeah.
How you feeling about that guy, Lamar Jackson, man, and Baltimore Ravens yesterday, bro?
I would say, man, they look good. They look real good. Shout out to Derrick Henry. You know what I'm saying? Doing his thing. Kind of hit a little hard. He Tennessee Titan. He's still a Titan. But it's kind of like Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter. You know what I'm saying? They still Jackson State Tigers. You know what I'm saying? So people had to move on. They had to transition. So shout out to Derrick Henry. You know what I'm saying? They did that thing. Beat up on the Steelers. I know somebody's a fan of the Steelers that's part of the cast.
Yeah.
Man, it's kind of hard for you right now. You know what I'm saying? Kind of hard for you right now. I understand. I like Mike Tomlin, but the last 6 playoff games, y'all been losing. So maybe it's time for a shakeup. They was talking about switching the Cowboys coach for the Steelers coach. You know what I'm saying? Just give fresh, some newness or something. I mean, the Pittsburgh Steelers still been making the playoffs, but Lamar with Derrick Henry. That's like Shaq and Kobe or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, so as that looks, man, in the next round, who they gonna be facing? The winner of next week's game, or it'll have to be next week's game.
They play the Bills. They play the Bills.
They playing the Bills. Yeah.
Oh, so they already got that going. So they're gonna play the Bills. Okay. Who y'all think? Who you think will win in that, man? I would like to see Lamar go all the way, like I said this year, but when you're looking at Josh Allen and the Bills, man, I don't know. I think they're gonna beat Josh Allen because Josh Allen ain't got no help this year. You know what I'm saying? Receiving core, and also it's Josh Allen running by himself. He ain't got no other superstars with him. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, with Derrick Henry and Lamar, and also they got what's that big boy name? Andrews, the tight end.
Zay Flowers too.
Man, they got Zay Flowers. It's looking like they ready this year. You know what I'm saying? And Lamar spoke about the fact that he had been antsy each year going into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So, and he spoke about how he can probably shake that off this year because being antsy or having anxiety is probably the reason why he didn't do so well in these playoff games. But speaking about it probably kind of helps you get over that demon. But yeah, we got other games as well too that went on today. I know one of them is being played right now, and is it Tampa Bay and somebody else that was playing?
Commanders.
The Washington Commanders. How anybody got any updates on that score?
13-10 Commanders.
That's what's up. That's
You
what's
know,
up. And
I
then
thought they were the Washington football team. I didn't know they changed them to the Commanders. I don't know. I
yeah,
missed that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I kind of missed that.
they finally got their name. It was the Washington football team for about a year, and then they got their name probably that next year. So it's been they didn't have that name for at least 2 years now. I would say at least 2 years, 2 seasons. I'll say.
Yeah. It's still the Redskins. It's still the Redskins.
Yeah, still the Redskins, right? Yeah, but
I
so
think
what the NFC
I
looking
think
like?
that's
What the NFC
partially.
pictures looking like, y'all?
Say again.
What the NFC picture looking like?
Well, Philly,
I think Minnesota. I think Minnesota might take it out on that one. They've been looking pretty good. Minnesota kind of got a little kind of swap. Okay, they play as a team. That's what I can say. They don't have too many superstars or nothing like that. They just been playing as a team. And if you look at their record, they've been doing pretty good. But back to that Baltimore and Steelers, man. I hate that for the Steelers. Yeah, I'm a Steelers fan, man. I felt like we was gonna go a little bit deeper into the playoffs, but I hated that we had to match up with Baltimore in the wild card. But it's one of them things, man. You know, like they say, any given Sunday. But it was just that game where we was off a little bit and we wasn't clicking. I feel like we should have kept Fields off in that thing. Russell Wilson he a good quarterback. I ain't taking it from him. It's just I I can't say it's the coaching fault. It's more of just miscues on plays, and you know what I'm saying. The Ravens defense shut us out, man. They came in, they start scoring from the door, and they didn't stop. They didn't let up. You know, that's
And
one
that's what I was
thing.
gonna say. The fact that they were playing Baltimore, and
Yeah.
with them being division rivals, that means everything.
Oh yeah, that means a lot. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like the Steelers should have came out gunning, running and gunning. You know what I'm saying? Running and gunning, man. All I can say is Russell Wilson known for throwing deep balls, man. He should have been throwing some deep balls. He should have been, you know what I'm saying, creating his own plays or something. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of them things where I felt like the quarterback should have just took over and did his thing. Um, like Peyton Manning or Tom Brady used to do. They go in there and audible some plays, and coach give you a play and be like, hey y'all, let's go over something we worked in practice that we know gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Go with that. Stick with that. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta do some trick plays, do something. It was just, but like I said, it was just the Steelers need to work on more defense, man. I feel like our defensive ends are not as good as they used to be. We need another Troy Polamalu, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I miss that guy. And
Exactly. My bad, Ziggy. Hey,
can
Ziggy.
I intervene real quick? I just want to say this. Look, it's a proven fact. NFL is always the same way. You play, you practice, but Russell Wilson will never be a Peyton Manning. He'll never be a Tom Brady. This is the same guy that ran the coach play. He did not audible on the 1 yard line in the Super Bowl against Tom Brady in the New England Patriots when he threw the ball on the 1 yard line.
And the interception, yeah.
Right. So this is the same
Coach
quarterback.
He should have ran the ball with Lynch. I don't care what nobody say. If you got the number one
The
running back
coach,
in the league, you run the ball. Just like the Ravens did with
the coach called
Henry.
that play.
And Henry and Derrick Henry now the last couple of games he hasn't scored a touchdown, but he showed up then. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting him to do his thing, but he came out and did it. I thought that the Steelers defensive line or linebackers was gonna really be on him. Even if they had to double team him and just leave the quarterback open for a little bit and let the DBs kind of worry about the quarterback. But it was just one of them games where, like I said, man, they were just off. The Steelers was
Hey,
off.
but look,
So
bro,
they gone
something come to
fishing.
my mind, Ziggy. What come to my
Yeah,
mind about that whole thing that you said, man, is everybody got a plan until they get knocked in the mouth, man. In the great words of Mike Tyson,
I like
So
that. I like
yeah,
that.
everybody got a plan until they get knocked in the mouth, man. But look, what we do need to do is hear from CJ and them Eagles what they doing on the NFC side.
You
Did they
said,
play today?
yeah, they
Or
got.
yeah, they looking good. They
Just,
did good against Green
yeah,
Bay.
They said,
there's a reason Mr. AJ is not present tonight because he's a Green Bay fan. But the
yeah,
Eagles won up 22-10. Baltimore beat the Steelers 28-14. Steelers just didn't come out until the second half. You know, they didn't put up any points at halftime, so they were fighting a huge deficit, 21-0. So I really didn't see them really in that game ever.
nobody
But if
did.
you think
Broncos,
about it,
the
the Steelers always fought back on the Ravens. If you go all the way back to when the Ravens had Ray Lewis and Ray Rice and Flacco, and the Steelers had Roethlisberger and Sanders, I can tell you, and Mendenhall was the running back. When I tell you they fought back, I went back and watched one of those games. Them guys fought back, and they brought it all the way back to where they went into
Well,
the score was tied up, and I believe they ended up winning by a field goal. But long story short, they're a
for
good
sure.
comeback team. They
But
always come back in the
Look, Ziggy.
second
I'm
half.
gonna put it like this, man. Let it go, man. They lost, bro. They
Oh
lost.
yeah,
That man, he
I
was finna
just
give
said it.
us.
They
He
gone
was
fishing.
going into the scores, man. He was going into the scores, though. You know what I'm saying? I know you. I
uh,
know you're a little butthurt about your boys losing, man. But he was
Hey,
going
we
into the
gone
scores.
fishing.
He was trying to get past that game because we didn't talk enough about that game. I want to hear about the other games, and then we can also probably give some predictive games too to see what we think and who we think gonna win the championships and possibly the Super Bowl and what the pitch is looking like. And if we want to try to look at some numbers like what I'm saying, the plus minus or whatever, I don't think nobody has that information, but if we want to start looking at that stuff as well, we can. You know what I'm saying, because that'll give our fans a little bit more information to work with.
Well, I'm gonna say this. And I'm done. Kansas City, you can't leave them out. They still trying to get that three-peat, and I think Mahomes gonna get it because he want to be the GOAT, and he trying to go down in history as doing something. So I feel like Kansas City gonna take it all. If you ask me, they team is still put together, even though they lost Tyreek Hill. I still feel like they got the guys to go on, take it on home.
Don't say
But
that sucker name,
but
Tyreek Hill. He over there trying to get traded out of Miami. Go ahead though, man.
yeah, that was his fault. He left. He was on the winning team and he left. That's his fault.
he,
He wanted more
he,
money.
he got
But hey,
traded.
Hey, but
He was
let me let
he was
CJ
traded.
man give us the rundown real quick, man.
Just to clear that up, Tyreek Hill was traded. Y'all have to go
Oh, he
check
did
that
get
out.
traded.
Yeah. But the Broncos, they got smashed by the Bills 31-7. The Chargers and versus the Texans. The Texans came out on top 32-12. Monday night we're gonna have the Vikings versus the Rams. I'm predicting the Vikings will take that. And then like MJ said, everybody on the other side, the Lions and the Chiefs both had first round buys, so they'll be facing the lower seeds of any of these teams that won. So it, it'll be the Chiefs versus the Texans, Bill versus the Ravens next week. So if these next two games play out tonight and then tomorrow, the Lions will face the lowest seed, and then the Eagles will get the other team of the that's left. So my prediction is Chiefs, Eagles. I mentioned that several weeks back. I'm still on course with my prediction. So that's what
Okay.
my take is on that.
Okay. Well, look, I'm kind of with you on that because I just want to see Baltimore or the Chiefs win. I wouldn't be mad at either one of them guys that get it, but the Chiefs and probably Detroit, man. Detroit's looking like they on a mission, man. They got their injuries together, and they one of those teams that like to take chances, and sometimes them chances can get you messed up. I'll put it like that, but so far it's been working out for them.
Tampa Bay just scored. The score is 16-13. They just scored. It's in the third quarter right now. Tampa Bay get hot. Ain't no telling what
That's a
game.
that's a close game.
Yeah, it is. But
Yeah,
Washington,
yeah. So,
you know,
but yeah, so as far as that goes, we can probably look at a couple more of the scores here later on, man. But we just wanted to kind of touch on that playoff picture, man, and how everything's looking, and kind of speak about it for a few minutes, man. We can go ahead and transition to our next topic, which is kind of an important topic, and just keep it 100. Here at the Just Talk Show, we try to be versatile, and and we are versatile because we're gonna talk about different topics, especially on our special Sunday show that we having. And, and if you and like we always say, if y'all still with us, give us a like and subscribe. And also we coming with that giveaway too. So just sub up and we're gonna pull your name out of the hat, you know what I'm saying, our drawing. So yeah. But our next topic gonna be about systematic racism through laws. Well, I don't know if we want to say systematic racism because a lot of that is just systematic. You can look at it as, like, I would say poor versus rich, you know what I'm saying? Or either even good versus evil when it comes to that stuff. So yeah, I mean, but yeah, we definitely wanna give a touch on it, and we got our guy Spider. If you ready, Spider Man, go ahead and lead us into that, man, because I think you had you were the most passionate about it in the chat, so I'll put it like that. Go ahead and lead us into it, dog.
Yeah, what's up? All right, my guy. Uh, hello again, world. So, going into this next topic, it's a real, it's a real conscientious subject topic. So be on the more serious note. The systematic uh, racist laws that this country is involved in. And the only reason why, I chose that to talk about is because I saw a news article on in Mississippi, the deep South, and obviously where I'm also from. They was introducing a bill, legislation to decriminalize marijuana. Now, that promise had came from the Biden administration and Miss Kamala Harris herself about trying to decriminalize it because that's how she built her career on prosecuting nonviolent, uh, small possession of marijuana charges. She just locked everybody up. I'm talking about was after them like as if they were serial killers for these nonviolent offenses. Now, when when a lawmaker introduces a bill that's decriminalizing such a substance, that really goes to show you that they already know that it's harmless. If this person that was elected by the people is up there in this prominent position and he's using that platform to say it's about time that we start backpedaling. Same way the country backpedaled on a lot of things. They backpedaled on Christopher Columbus. I mean, it's only so long you can uphold the injustice or uphold the lie or uphold all of that nonsense. So now that they actually, I commend Mississippi for being the first to actually want. Well, I ain't gonna say they're the first because I'm not up to date with all the lawmakers in all 50 states, so I will have to do a little bit of research on that. But as far as introducing that, that's a huge step because you got a lot of individuals, with these felonies, and they records messed up because of these nonviolent charges. And now they saying you can't really uphold the fact that these possession of marijuana charges for for however much you can no longer maintain that it's something worth having your whole life regarded as being a felon. So, like I said, this so I wanted to ask everybody out there and the guys here about some of the other systemic racist laws that they have. Because if we don't open up the conversation, we don't open up the dialogue, then uh, we can't be aware of what's going on, and we also can't take it to the next level to start getting some change. Because another another systemic law that I can think of, systemic racist law I can think of, is the right to bear arms. And this was something that
Yeah, I was gonna
me and
bring that up.
MJ, yeah, this was something me and MJ had talked about. You're right. I mean, in the Constitution, it says you have the right to bear arms. Period. It's like the shortest. It's the shortest the bill in the Constitution. 7 words, I believe. And it's got a period behind it. That means there is no exceptions. There is no unless you did this or this, but yet and still, you go and get a felony for a non-violent marijuana charge. Now they say you can't no longer have a firearm no more.
Right.
If that ain't now, who could that be geared to? That's the system holding us down. So these conversations have to be had, and they have to be had more often, and they need to be had spread out all throughout this country, because those are the type of changes that we need in order for us to feel that we this that the culture of America, and the culture of America is supposed to be freedom, justice, and equality. And with that, I'm gonna pass it on to see, so we open up this dialogue on these how you feel about that law, that particular law, the marijuana law in the state of Mississippi, and other laws that that you feel that should not be, enforced as much as the way they enforce it, and things of that nature. So, guys, fill me in, man. Talk to me. Let me know what you
Yeah, yeah,
think. What's up?
yeah. That's what's up, Spider Man. Yeah, you covered a lot of bases on that, but I would say this, man. It's been hundreds of years, or I ain't gonna say 400 years to be exact, but everybody know what I'm speaking to when it comes to that. But it's been hundreds of years where this dialogue has been happening, and it's good of us to keep the dialogue alive. I'd say that, you know what I'm saying, and keep people aware, and keep the awareness of these type of things, because you were right when you say why, when it says in the Constitution the right to bear arms, we can bear arms, but now if you're a felon, let's amend that to if you're a felon you can't bear arms, and they'll gear these laws towards people in certain races in certain areas and stuff to keep you, to make you a felon. So now you can't protect yourself. So I agree with you on that. Also, the marijuana thing, man, they should have been legalized marijuana. But when you look at stuff like that, it's all about money, man. It's about money, and they want to grab. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't tax something that you can grow in the ground. You know what I'm saying? Marijuana being like a class 1 drug. You know what I'm saying? Is looked at as class 1, or not really a drug type thing. Depends on how you classify it. They couldn't tax it the way that they could do alcohol. At first, alcohol. Everybody used to drive that moonshine, and before prohibition happened. You know what I'm saying? They used to sell it. Everybody was selling moonshine on the ground, making a lot of money off alcohol. You know what I'm saying? And they figured out a way to go ahead and start selling it. And here you go. You got Budweiser and Anheuser Busch and all the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? P Diddy caught a whole bunch of cases over his little liquor license. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna run on myself, man. I know our guys. We can probably go for a while on this one. So CJ or the professor, one of y'all want to speak on it, brothers?
Yeah, yeah. I'll grab the mic real fast, but that was a great topic, Spider. I'm glad that decriminalizing something that naturally grows from the earth is not additives or not put into it or things of that nature. And like Mark was speaking to, it should be a very low level drug, you know, because anything is a drug. You know, it just depends on how you look at it. Cloves could be used as drugs because they're natural anesthetics for your mouth if you're having pain in your mouth. You know, oil of oregano is used to clean your system out whenever you're having issues with sinuses and things like that. So we can look at so many other things, but why did they pick this certain thing to say, oh, that's a drug? Anything you put in your body could be referred to as a drug because it's going to alter you in some type of form, shape, form, or fashion. And that's just the first thing. As far as, you know, the amendment to bear arms, I'm going to have to use straddle the fence with that, fellas. If it's a non-violent criminal, yeah, he could have a second chance. But if you went out here robbing banks, shooting up grandma, and taking a car, no, if you were ever let out, you should never own a firearm because I don't think you would appropriately use it correctly. So you know, it's certain instances where no, you should not have it. You know, you gave up that right, you had it, and you gave it up when you made choices that were um, detrimental to the community. So you I would view as a threat to the community and elderly and women and things like that. So I disagree with you on that as far as blanket statement where everyone can have it no matter what they did. I'm not going for that. There was a reason why we packed our boots up and went overseas to fight for certain liberties, and once you give some of these liberties up, they're just giving nothing. They're not able to gain back. And that's my take on that.
Well, CJ, I know Spider probably gonna speak on it as well, but we have to definitely. I definitely agree with you on that aspect. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we hadn't brought that example up, but the example that was brought up was like being a non-violent offender and being able to carry arms. You know, so as a non-violent offender, you know, I think maybe maybe you should have like a probation period where you can't carry guns and you should be able to protect yourself. But of course, as a violent offender, somebody that go shoot up the bank, shoot up grandma, killing people, murdering people, yeah, of course, that's 100% agreed, dog.
Yeah.
Um,
And I agree with you on that. You know, if you're non-violent, I would just peddling me a few drugs over here, trying to buy my kids some Pampers and put some food in the house. Man, let that guy out, man, and let that guy
Hey,
eventually earn his right. Let that guy earn his right back to own that firearm.
Hey,
right.
can I speak? Can I speak real quick? I just want to say this right here. Look, I agree that saying if you are a violent criminal, you cannot have a firearm. Now, if you are a criminal that is non-violent but you're moving major weight, you cannot have a firearm. If you're moving minor grams or some shit, then yes, you can maybe reattain a firearm if you have attained a felony status. But let's be real. You know what the hell we saying. Everybody don't need to have a damn gun. Point blank period. We can put whatever statement you want to put on it, be nice, candy coated, whatever the fuck, candy rain, all that shit. You know what the hell. Some people don't need a damn gun. Okay. We damn sure don't need immigrants in our country with a fucking gun. Okay. They don't need to have guns. And the access that we have in this country is just too much when it comes to these damn guns. We need to figure out this genocide that's being pushed up on us and stop doing the nonsense. These immigrants, not necessarily immigrants, all of them are not necessarily coming to do violence. But if they are coming over here illegally, then I cannot put them in the point of where they coming to do some goddamn good.
All right, right. That's why I want to cut you off. Then you got to think about it. You can't just say some and not all because in that instance, you got some guys over here that want to protect them home. They homes. They're just like you said, a guy moving major weight compared to a guy moving nickel and dime. That ain't fair because a guy moving major weight got more money. What they say, more money, more problems. He probably got bigger bills than that guy pushing 10 nickel and diamond. You know what I'm saying? And he got caught trying to make that big chance of making a million over
Million.
making $400 or $500.
I agree.
But
Hey,
still
I
he
agree.
got caught. He got
I
caught.
agree.
Some people get set up.
Some people get set up by the government and get cell charges, and the government know that they legally set people up, and that's really, to me, like I said, that's entrapment. But at the same time, I still feel like it's more of the people that's not convicted felons that's going around shooting up schools. It's people that's going in just buying guns a week ago, going out and doing stuff. So my thing is, we buying guns to protect ourselves, not buying guns to go out and shoot up stuff. That's the difference. People you can bring in all the therapists, all the psychiatrists you want to examine somebody. They can trick you and lie to you and tell you, oh yeah, I'm doing good. I never commit suicide, or I never shoot at nobody. And then boom, next week go do whatever they want to do. Just because they got that license.
Hey, are they really? Hey, Ziggy, are they really buying the guns to defend themselves or to be the aggressors? Because
That's
what
the
I'm
thing.
saying,
You will
what I'm
never
saying,
know. That's the thing.
I'm,
You will never know what's on a person's mind, bro. Right now,
I'm
I can't tell you what you thinking right now. So what I'm saying is, I'm getting to that point. What I'm saying is, you can't just pinpoint a person and say, "Oh no, I can't sell you this gun because I think you gonna go out and shoot somebody." That's not fair, bro. That's not fair at all. But the point that I'm making is, everybody should be able to bear arms at this point. And that once you go out and go and do something, once you commit a crime, then yeah, okay, I can see you taking the gun rights from them. But I feel like they gotta redo this law because I feel like I want to protect myself. I can't protect myself. I'm a convicted felon. I agree to that. I'm a convicted felon, but my prior conviction was 20 years ago. I haven't been to jail since then. I haven't been in any trouble. And my thing is, I feel like, well, which I can, because if I go back under the laws that I was sentenced under, it was a non-violent crime. I got 30 for 30 and everything. So what I'm saying is, now I should be able to get my record expunged and be able to carry a gun and protect myself. Okay, they got to look into it as in, what is this person really doing and all that. I understand that, but everybody not out to go out and harm people. Like I'm saying, the point I'm trying to make is, all the people that's doing these school shootings, they not convicted felons, bro. They the people that's regular citizens that just tired and fed up of being bullied or whatever they was doing, or they just lost it in their minds and they go out and shoot people. But that to me is crazy though. That's all contradicting. That's all I'm saying. I just
Well,
don't agree with none of it.
well, real quick, in some people's mind, the law of no felons having a gun is the reason why they're not shooting up schools. That's just how they think. But go ahead, Professor.
A felon can easily get a gun off the streets and go shoot up whatever they want to go shoot up if they wanted to, if that was in their
That's
mindset. But
yeah,
that's
that's
not
true.
their mindset. That's
I,
not their
I, I agree
mindset
with
though.
y'all on the gun laws, you know what I'm saying? Because I know you can make a sword or a knife a weapon, man. If you really want to, you know what I'm saying? If you want to kill
My
something, you can
point
kill
is
something.
that.
Anything is a
Exactly.
weapon. A speeding car is a weapon. You know what I'm saying? So,
Exactly.
you
And
know,
now I
you
can't
know,
even go hunting. I can't even go hunting to feed my family. I gotta go fish or I gotta work to feed my family. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I want to go kill deers like the judges and like Boosie and them said when they did Vic wrong about the dog thing. They go out and kill deers. What's the difference of killing a deer and a dog? That's an animal.
yeah.
it's still an animal, but you can still kill a deer. You can just go get your bow and arrow. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
Bow
you
and
can
I get a born there. That's
you
true.
can kill a
You're right
person with
about
a
that.
bow and arrow too if you had
You
to,
can.
to
You
defend
sure
yourself.
can.
Yeah. So look, a weapon is a weapon. It's a tool. It's a tool. Whatever you got to do to feed your family, you're gonna do to feed your family. Don't put some law in that effect where it's gonna stop you from feeding your family. But the thing is, we have these laws in place so that we don't have chaos. We have to have order. And
What's
order,
stopping the chaos though?
the law,
Ain't nothing stopping
the
the
law,
chaos because
the
you just
law,
got this guy that was a
The laws.
military that
the
you got a
law.
guy that was writing. Okay, let's go back to this guy that just had this Tesla at the Trump place. This man was stationed out of town. He was an active military veteran, well known, decorated veteran that went in there and committed suicide, hurted 7 people, blew up somebody else's car, and damaged a person's property. All for what? He wasn't no convicted felon. He
And
wasn't none of that.
Suicide, man. I mean,
Committed
you
suicide.
got to understand post-traumatic stress and what he went through, bro.
Right,
You know,
man.
Now
it's
it ain't about that. Was his point ain't about why he did it. The point is you got the mindset of people. See, okay, now I'm gonna go all the way back to the beginning on the first rebuttal of the whole
come
of the
on, come
whole who should have a firearm and who should not. Now you can't certain individuals just think a certain kind of way. Just like Ziggy said, he was a convicted felon. I'm also a convicted felon. Now, uh, my felony was a violent felony. So now, after I did my time, I I got out. I went to college. I got a degree. That degree, in turn, had this company to recruit me out of college because I was on the dean's list. With that company, they traveled me all over the world. On the backside, for you flat Earth people, I went the round way. I ain't go the flat way. But anyway, I ain't doing in that. So
still flat.
I ended up doing a lot of great things. I was able to obtain luckily a passport and twit card. And like I said, I went around the world. I was doing some amazing things. And I haven't did anything violent since then. That was over 25 years ago. But now what? But I can't now. I wanna. When I have kids, I want to be able to teach them how to hunt. I ain't trying to teach them how to hunt with no bow and arrow. They got rifles with can make it easy for them. We will hunt all types of game. It's hard trying to shoot ducks out the arrow with a bow and arrow. But anyway, so my thing is, it's the mindset of the individual. I don't feel that police officers get screened enough to wield a firearm. I think that they should go to college and have a degree to be able, because a lot of them are dummies. It's just the same regular people walking on the street. And look what they do. Look what they do with their firearm. They bullies
Shooting
with them.
people. They
They
shooting people.
bullies with them. So I
Shooting people.
mean, you and they ain't none of them convicted felons. They fresh out of the academy, and the first thing they want to do is start that bullying because they got a firearm in their hand. They doing worse than the people that's convicted felons for violent offenses or non-violent offenses. Who they because like, once you do that time. At that point, your slate should be clean. Should not nobody be? Remember, we listen, we look, and we don't judge. That what you did in the past. If you trying to do something different now, then that what you did in the past. That's neither here nor there. You can't say because I did this over here then that I want to continue to do that, especially if what I did then was because of my ignorance, because of my youth, my immaturity,
Age.
all
Yeah.
this right here. Yeah. So
Yeah.
now I've aged, I've matured. I would now.
Well, look, well, see, that's the thing, though, Spider. It's a fine line that you draw, baby boy, between what a lot of mature people would do and a lot of people would do and won't do. You know what I'm saying? Because what I mean is, you spoke real well, and Ziggy spoke real well about how you guys have matured and how you hadn't committed anything violent late, and it's not even on your mind, and you're far away from that. You've outgrown that. But I'm willing to say that you have people that who hasn't and who could get, if they could get their hand on a gun, you know what I'm saying, or if they can have a gun in their hand or have a gun in their possession, they might not, when they first get that gun, they might not say, hey, now I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna go rob a bank again because, for this or for that reason. But if they if like my guy said earlier, that's the reason why you shouldn't give up your rights. You don't commit these crimes, to make sure that you don't give your right away. You know what I'm saying? Because there's still a fine line between a person who will and a person who won't, even after they've been rehabilitated, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? After they've done their time. I know people who want to go back, and like you said, Ziggy, it can be a convicted felon or not. If you want to commit a crime, you're gonna commit a crime, bro. So,
Okay, but see,
and
that's see, hold on. Okay, so let me say this right here. When they first put that law down, back in when they first wrote the Constitution in 1776, you had them guys whose ancestors and everything from England. A lot of them guys was crooks and criminals. Now, when they put that law down, they know that every man had the God-given right to protect himself. As a matter of fact, not even the God-given right. The number one, the number one rule of nature
Nature,
is
self-preservation.
self-preservation.
Preservation,
So
yes,
you,
sir.
so they can't, you can't deny you a way to protect your home
Yeah, you
and
can.
protect yourself.
Yeah, you can.
No,
Yeah, you
no,
can.
no.
Yeah, you
Get
can.
them,
No,
get
you
them,
can't.
Yeah,
Professor.
you can. Hey, look, listen. I'm with you on where you coming from, bro. But you got to have fucking order, okay?
Order out of
You
chaos.
know what I'm
Yeah, you brought up
saying?
a good point with
Goddamn,
that, brother.
look, motherfuckers cannot have guns, okay? That is a cop out. What you
That's
said, and you agreed with me, and you said I want to teach my children how to hunt, but the bow and arrow is hard to do versus that easy shit with the damn gun. And I get it. It ain't about that. You can give a man a fish, or you can teach that man how to fish, and you ain't gotta feed that nigga no more. You know what I'm saying? But what you gotta come to the understanding of, and I do want to shout out this right here, Family Feud. You know what I'm saying? Because we a family and we having a nice little feud, or disagreement, or a good debate. But the point being is, look, everybody can't have guns, bro. No, we have guns. That's what's doing all this damn violence we got now. Because you got cowards behind the guns. Like you talked about the police officers that's not vetted enough. I do
The
agree. I think.
guns is not what kill people, bro. It's the people that kill people, not the guns.
Listen,
Let him,
listen to
let him,
what I'm saying.
let him,
Listen to
let
what
him
I'm
finish,
saying.
Ziggy. Let him get
Listen
his
to what I'm
spiel
saying.
out.
This is what I'm saying. The police officers that you're talking about that's not vetted, I agree. They need to do a better vetting process. Yes, they should go through a fucking school because they do have a weapon of destruction that can kill without. And it's not the guns kill. It's not the knife kill. It's not a pencil that kills. It's not the pen that kills. It's not the car that kills. It's the person behind the wheel. The person that's behind the weapon of that time frame. But the point is, we need to get more mental health there. But as far as with the cops, I do agree. I think they need to be more vetted. They have to be more vetted
I agree
because
with
they
you
do.
too on that.
You know what I'm saying? They have to be more vetted. And it is a systematic thing when it comes to when that kid, I believe he the one right here, the heavily armed and arrested next to the unarmed to the cat on the second row, third to the right.
Yeah, that was the guy that shot up the church.
The church, and they took him to Burger King.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Took him to Burger King. And then right below him is the other cat. He didn't kill anybody of color, but he shot his own kind and he got away with it. But he was underage. He wasn't even supposed to have a gun. You know what I'm saying? That's Rittenhouse. That's Kyle Rittenhouse on the bottom third to the right.
Right.
Wasn't supposed to have a gun, but he got off. His sister's boyfriend bought him a gun. You know what I'm saying? He had it stashed at his daddy's house. And then when George Floyd got killed and it was put on TV, this happened in Wisconsin, Kenosha, Wisconsin. What he did, he was in Illinois. He came across state, got his AR that he had purchased from his sister's boyfriend. He got the gun, went to protect property, got into an altercation with somebody else, a convicted felon who did not have a weapon. Well, he had a weapon, but didn't have a gun. They got into a tussle. He was running. He popped him. Then he started running in the streets, and the other folks started attacking him because they knew what he had done prior or heard what the crowd was saying he had done. He shot one of them. He killed another cat, ran, gave himself up to the police, and here he is now, where he at.
But my point was, we missing the point on the set. Even though I say he got out for doing what he doing, he wasn't a convicted felon and all that. But the point is, we've been conditioned to feel like because they control the narrative of what's been done. You got these people that's lost. That's the ones that's doing the crazy stuff with the gun, convicted felon or not. But it's more people that's there's more people that's not a convicted felon that's doing all the harm with the weapons than it is with convicted felons. But my actual point is that that law was put in effect because once we were brought over here at that time, once we were not brought over here, but once we went through that period of time of slavery, they didn't want they did not want you to be able to have a firearm because they didn't want you to overtake them because of everything they just took you through for 400 years. So they figured, okay, well, we kind of afraid to really put a gun in their hand because what they might end up doing. But little did they know, we wasn't thinking about none of that. And it ain't that they didn't know it. They just knew that everything they did was wrong. So they come up with this way to say, okay, well, you're a convicted felon. And you know why? Because they was already locking people up for nonsense. Oh, you didn't pay the taxes on this. Oh, you that's because you black, we're gonna lock you up. Oh, and making them convicted felons so that they could say that, oh no, you can't get no gun because you're a convicted felon now. You don't need one because if you get one, the first thing you think you're gonna do is use it against us and try to take over. We didn't have the education. We didn't have we didn't have the smarts to take. Because once we take over, then what? What we gonna do then? You know what I'm
Look
saying?
at
We don't
January
Oh,
want to
we
6th.
run
got
no
brothers.
country.
January
We
6th.
got a
Well,
blank
then we had
brain.
brothers like Malcolm X and Martin, and then
That,
now we got
but that
brothers
was
like
further
you and I.
on.
You know what I'm saying?
This was almost 100 years later.
Go to
You know.
January 6th. We ain't never did nothing like January 6th.
Whoa,
Come on,
whoa,
think about it
whoa,
now. We
whoa.
could have been took over. We could have, if black people think about it, if black people had been got guns and did all the marches we did, they could have been tried to overthrow the government. But January 6th came around and bam, look what they did. They went and stormed the Capitol. We ain't never thought about doing nothing like that. Think about it if all the black people had to try to do something like that. You know how many people would have been dead? How many white people end up dying at the January 6th? And I'm not racist. I'm just
Some
saying.
did.
How
Some
many?
did.
Two,
One person got shot. One or two
two.
people
Two
got shot.
people. Two people died, but there a lot of them locked up. But I
But
feel
they
you
was
on the
going
point,
on.
man.
And
Y'all,
Trump ended up
y'all,
killing them.
y'all
And
making
Trump is
some
the
great
one
points,
killing them.
man. But it goes back to the history, to the roots and the history of like y'all said when they stumped that American flag in the ground. You know what I'm saying? And and they made them 13 colonies, bro. It goes back to that time. And y'all know who did all the work to build this country up. It was us. You know what I'm saying? And you
Right.
know,
And
and
then
and and, and I know it's people that know that we were here before then, and we were here after. You know what I'm saying? Columbus didn't do nothing but come over here and discover us. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like going too deep into that stuff, man. But yeah, because they brought their diseases with their blankets and all that. You know what I'm saying? So. I tell people like this: do your research on all that stuff, and then you'll start seeing it. You know what I'm saying? Just do your own research and get your own perspective on that stuff. And yeah, man, that's what's up, though, man. And it's like everything that you guys been bringing up has been great topics on it. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get ready to kind of finish our lightning round up. CJ, you've been kind of quiet. Did you have something to speak on this one, brother?
Yeah, man, I was just waiting my chance. But this is something that everybody kind of missed out, and I was just sitting back to see what any of you brothers bring it up. But firearms dropped off in the black community, man, along with drugs, they equal death for our community, man, for our people.
Man. Oh, you said a mouthful.
Funding for the system. These judges, these lawyers, these penal systems, these hospitals for all these gunshot wounds, these funeral homes, these pharmaceuticals for the antibiotics and the pain pills. Man, we are all funding that, man. If we could come together as a people, man, we could bankrupt these people, man. These people are billionaires, and that's why they thrive. They sit back and encourage this rapper, hey, I'm gonna give you 10 million, man. Go out here and say Pop Molly. Go out here and talk about I'm gonna walk around with my pistol. You know they glorifying these things when at our 40s we understand we want it for protection, but that guy whose frontal lobe is not completely developed, they're gonna want to use it for other things, man, because they might be. lacking something at the house where the lights are not on over there, or there's no food in the house for my little sister, man. I'm just out here trying to get something for us. But
For the ops. For the
we
ops.
we
That's their favorite word. They say the ops.
So that's something I think all of us had just missed, brothers. And I just want that to be the focus, man. You know, we're old enough now to know right from wrong, but we need to give back to these younger guys that don't know right from wrong, man. To tell them it's a different way, brother. I know it seems hard now. But guess what? It's not gonna always be night, man. Eventually, the storm is gonna break, and it's gonna be a brighter day.
You see, I didn't let that. I did. That's exactly what I was waiting to jump back in to say, because I was trying to refute everything else that what you had brought up. You and Mr. Professor was bringing up about the people going to robbing banks. They doing it because of the way that the system then oppress our people. We are at the bottom of the totem pole. Like you said, we helped build this country up to what it is today. But yet here it is, we are on the bottom. I'm talking about the only thing we on the top of is we spend the most money. And everybody getting rich off of us. That's the only thing we in the top of. We bottom on population. We the bottom on what we make financially. We the bottom on knowledge. We the bottom when it comes to cultural history. We the bottom. I'm talking. We the bottom on everything. So that's why these people are going out there. That's why these young guys are going out there and committing these crimes. But even though they out there doing that, they still are on the bottom when it comes down to crime because we still don't make up the majority, not even up under the majority of the amount of crime that goes on into this country because it ain't even enough of us here. You still got every other race commits more violent crimes than black people. So yeah, he out there, the ones going out there, yeah, that's doing all the crazy stuff with the guns, the ones that's convicted felons or not convicted felons. That convicted felon that's doing out there doing it, that demonstration right there is so far and few in between. It ain't but a very selective few that out there that go out there and do that. But like I said, we've been conditioned and made to believe that that there's so many people out there doing it, and it really is not, man. It is not. That is a fact. You can go look it up. You can go out. It is a fact. It is not that many people that's convicted felons who because you got people now punching out grandmamas. They ain't just shooting up grandmama house and all that. Right, all them and a lot of them that's doing that, them not convicted felons.
Right.
So all that right there, they say you got dudes that just beating up old people. But all of the stuff that the ones who are doing it, who are convicted felons, is because of the environment. And the environment was put together as a plot, like you said, from the system, keeping their foot on the necks, keeping them back, and slowing us down, keeping them from excelling, and then that being in the situation now to where you ain't got nothing, don't have education, caught up in the system, you convicted felon, now you can't get no good job, don't nobody want, as soon as you put you a felon on there, they don't want to hire you, but now we got a felon that's a president, but it's just different. It's cool when they do it, but it's a problem when we do it. So
Hey, but look, my guy, on that note, bro, you know what I'm saying? What that brings to mind, in the great words of Tupac Shakur, you don't know how blessed we are to be the have-nots, man. Spiritually, we are the ones. And that's probably the reason where I would say this is the reason why we go through what we go through. We've been on the top, i.e. Egyptians, i.e., what is those lands, Lemuria, and what is the other lands and stuff. We've done things in the past, and in this world, this third dimension of polarity, you go up and down, man. We've been up for so long. It was time for us to get knocked down so we can spiritually learn these lessons that we're learning. So I would say that it all happens for a reason. It's all connected, and it's almost over, bro. We didn't made it through this realm of reality, bro. That's really what it is. Spiritually, we just had to learn these lessons, and we almost done with it, bro. So I would tell our people not to worry about it, bro, because we gonna get there, and we are starting to wake up now, because we got guys like you, and we got guys like me, and all the rest of us on here who starting to bring awareness to these things, bro. You know, so all we got to do is just keep doing what we're doing and raise our levels, raise our ascension, and raise our levels like that. And I think as a people we'll get there.
Yeah.
So
well,
anybody else got anything to wrap it up with, fellas?
I just said
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was
My final thought on that. My final thought on that, man. I commend what Just Talk CJ said, bro. Real talk, because black people did not bring guns and drugs into this country, and people are thriving off of us, and we have to come together and realize that, and just eventually just stop doing what we doing. Stop making ourselves look like fools and making ourselves look like we trying to do that type of stuff, and not just say go feed into they educational laws or whatever. We just gotta come together and do our own thing and prosper and not worry about, you know what I'm saying, the what ifs and the what nots. But we just gotta, like you said, we just gotta do better, man. If we show that we can do better, then maybe, just maybe, they just might change the laws and we can get our way. But at the same time, like you said, man, we just gotta stop being ignorant and stop being so against each other and trying to prove a point to people, especially with the gang banging and you know what I'm saying, just the nonsense of violence. You know, if we calm all that down, then I feel like I said, I feel like we can show who we truly are. We all kings and queens.
I just like to say, man, the piggyback, the double down on what Ziggy said, man, we definitely kings and queens. We've been through a lot of storms, The struggle real. I got the hoodie on. You know what started with Trayvon Martin, even before him, Emmett Till. You know what I'm saying? All these things we done went through. We gotta figure out where we at in this reality and come together. It's what I've been saying for a long time. And I mean, you know, Junior second in that, you know, Spider second in that, Ziggy second in that, MJ second in that, SG second in that. We got to come together. If we don't, we be riding the car like that, and then shots get fired. And who gonna take them shots for you? It's gonna be your brother. It's gonna be your mother. It's gonna be your father, whoever. You know what I'm saying? Where you at? Let's bring it together. You can be fingers on the hand, or you can make a fist, and you can make a mighty blow. Tag time. We love y'all.
Like, subscribe, comment, hit that bell.
It's a new awakening. Wake up.